I know, do you know what the best feeling in the world is?
Ooh, is it, when you finally beat a boss after messing up loads of times?
I mean, that's a good one.
Or actually, when you unlock a new skin in a game without having to buy it.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, actually, what about when you blue shell someone last second and then you win the race?
I mean, they are all good options.
Well, it's not one of them.
It's not one of them. They're good options, but I think it's when you've got your new game loaded up, you are ready to go, you're getting locked in, but you've got a chocolatey friend.
Hey, now we're talking,
Absolutely.
bro.
They are there, ready to give you a little power up, a little energy boost before you get going.
Especially if it's a lovely milk chocolate slab between two crisp biscuits.
You know the one, I know. It makes the world's most satisfying snap when you bite into it. It's got to be a pick-upper.
Pick up. Oh, yeah. Oh, are you going for the OG pickup? You know the one with the blue box?
Yeah, this blue box.
That blue box?
Yeah, this is really good. I mean, I'm also dabbling with the salted caramel as well.
Okay.
There are loads of different flavors out there. Whichever one you go for, there is no better snack for when you're getting ready to get into a big gameplay session. You're about to pick up your controller and get into it.
Yeah, and they're super easy to eat as well. No chocolatey fingers over the controllers. Nuh-uh. And that's thanks to the two crisp biscuits hugging the chocolatey slab.
Nobody wants chocolate marks on their controllers, do they? Absolutely not. You can find out more by just searching for Pickup on your phone.
Pick up and go.
Well, hello everybody. How's it going? How are you? Welcome along. This is Press X to Continue. It's the podcast that is your one-stop shop for all your gaming chat, your news, your reviews. You might only dabble. You might be a seasoned pro. It doesn't really matter because you are in the right place. Join the Exy Beasts clan.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
It's stuck.
It's a great name.
It's a clan now?
It's a clan. It's with the Exy Beasts clan. Frankie Ward's with us and looks really confused. We're going to come on to that in a second. You stay there, Frankie. Don't worry. Now, this is a podcast, if you're just joining us, that has been rebooted. All of this will make sense in a second. It is a brand new series, and you can get us on more podcast platforms than ever before. So if this is your first time listening, you can hit subscribe on Apple or Spotify and pretty much anywhere else you will find a podcast. My name is Stefan, and I'm joined once again by actor, comedian, gamer, Dark Angel.
Oh, okay.
See what I've done there?
Someone's been playing one of my games.
See what I've done there? Go and play Space Marine 2 and you'll find out. Inel Thompson's here. Hello, Inel.
Hey, good to... Hey, I'm very happy that you've actually been getting some gaming time in with some Space Marine.
I
That's
feel good.
Yeah.
I'm playing games.
You're doing it?
I'm hosting a games podcast. It would help if I played bloody games, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, have you finished it?
Yeah, I have finished it.
Wow.
He's finished the game.
I finished the game.
He's finished the game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stefan Powell and I finished the video game.
First one of 2024?
Second one of 2024.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I feel quite good about that. Also, we've got esports host and streamer, content creator Frankie Ward is back with us. Hot Take Central. Last time you were here, Frankie, how are you feeling today?
Hopefully I look less tired than last time I was here, even though I'm ill and my child is ill. So yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens.
It's winter. You've got children. Basically, you're ill. That's just how it works. That's what happens. That's life, isn't it?
Although I feel like I can kind of lean into the kind of croak of the voice, and just talk like this the whole way through.
Yeah, maybe you're like doing an
posher.
M&S advert, because that's what they sound like, especially at Christmas time, isn't it?
This is not just a gaming podcast. This is the Exy Beasts podcast.
Oh,
yes!
Okay, I'm sold now on XB. Thank you, Frankie.
The smut levels do go up when Frankie comes on the podcast. Have you
what,
noticed
it
that?
changes.
Have you noticed
the vibe
that?
is
The
different.
vibe changes.
It's different.
That's smutty. You
Wow.
said Exy Beasts in the first
So what do you
place.
think? So Exy Beast has been coined by Glenmore as the name for
course it was
our
coined.
listeners. We're undecided on it, but it seems to be sticking.
I'm undecided. Everybody else seems to love
I
it.
like it.
See, everybody else seems to love it.
Yeah, Shay's a fan. Shay Thompson's with us again, journalist and presenter. And Shay, more than just giving us your, approval of the Exy Beasts name, you're here to share your unpopular opinion with us this week, which is exciting. And so let's kick off then with your first unpopular opinion. These are going down a storm, by the way, on social media. Thank you very much to everybody who's responding to them. Whether you agree or disagree, it is lovely to see what everybody says. Shay, the floor is yours.
Okay. I think that the vast majority of video game adaptations suck and should not exist.
Wow.
Oh, as in other media.
Yes,
She
I
said
do.
she hates transmedia.
I really do. No.
Yeah.
So there are like 3 that I think are good. I think Arcane is pretty good. Fallout, I think, is genuinely like a very good recent entry. And if you know anything about me from like following my work over the years, you know what I'm about to say. Street Fighter the movie. Those are the only good video game adaptations.
Yes.
Hey, Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
First
Well,
Mortal Kombat.
yeah, it kind of falls into
Street
that category.
Fighter
But
the
Street Fighter the
movie.
movie, that
I
is...
forgot that you loved Street Fighter the
Yes,
movie, and it's all
yes.
coming back to me now, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a cult classic.
It's
Jean-Claude Van
fantastic.
Damme as
It's
Guy.
amazing.
Yes.
I think it's because you have to know the history of how it was made, and then you enjoy it more.
Even when I saw it as a kid, I was like, this is incredible. Raul Julia giving the performance of a lifetime. That is so good. Like, it is so campy. It is excellent. So if you haven't seen it, change that. It is a masterpiece.
Are we the baddies?
Look at that. Look at that. It's like being in a theatre again in the mid-90s. I love it. But wait, so, I mean, we could just talk about Street Fighter the movie
We
the next
could.
hour.
But for real, though, we could.
But you don't like any...
Yes, and
Other
I
than
know
those three.
I can hear people, gearing up their fingers. I'm like, put those fingers down. The Last of Us, as a TV show, it's a well-made show. Pedro Pascal, that's the love of my life. Bella Ramsey, that's the homie. But that show didn't need to exist. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wow.
Because you're not,
Didn't
all
need
right,
to
guys.
exist.
Oh.
Did not need to exist. Okay, barring one major plot point, it's a shot-for-shot remake of the game. And I just feel like when people are like, oh, we could have drawn more people to the, to the games because they're fantastic. And yeah, but there were other ways to do that doesn't look at games as if they're inherently unworthy of telling their own stories. And that's the problem with a lot of the adaptations.
I will say I had one issue with Last of Us TV adaptation, and that's in I think it's the last episode. I understand they're doing Joel kind of action man saving the day in the hospital, but I felt like that part was rushed. And also him and Ellie had this conversation where they sit on the side of the motorway or something, and it's that very expositional kind of everything surface level conversation. And I'm like, you've done subtext so well so far, and now you're doing this, and it felt like they rushed the episode.
I actually don't mind exposition. People really slag off exposition. They do a lot of exposition. Oh, you got to explain. I think you've got to contextualize stuff for people to care.
Yeah.
And that's why I understand why it's there. I take your point, but I actually don't mind. If it's done well, there's nothing worse. I mean, the scroll on Star Wars being the obvious.
I've never been a fan.
But sometimes subtle exposition. I take your point. I loved The Last of Us. And I think it does. I take your point about, but I don't think it's better than the game. I think what it hopefully serves as is an entry point for people to think, I've actually loved these characters. What else can the game offer me? And I think the game does offer you a bit more.
Much more. There are so many moments of tension that the games give you because you are the one in the
and you're making the choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So isn't this a good way of just opening the door for more people to come and try the game?
I think that there are better ways to do that. I do think there are better ways to do that. The mystery behind what goes into games development, that is so unknown to so many people. I feel like we don't have any of the big kind of culture documentaries. Had they gone into Naughty Dog and done a retrospective 10 years later of the first game, that draws people in. People love those kind of documentaries. We don't have to make media that inherently shows games as being unworthy to tell their own stories. And that's what I feel like the vast majority of adaptations do.
And a lot of adaptations are rubbish.
That too.
We talked about Borderlands, the movie, the other day.
Painful.
I
Real
haven't
bad.
wasted my time on that. I did watch the Dungeons and Dragons film on
That's
a plane
great.
once,
Yeah.
and it was really
That's
fun.
really
But it wasn't
enjoyed that.
adapting a story, was
Yeah.
it? It was in a universe.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
And also, to be fair with Dungeons and Dragons, it's basically Dungeons and Dragons as a thing is just a blank canvas, isn't it?
Right,
And so you
right.
can do whatever. There's no story to retell. There's no shot for. You can't do Dungeons and Dragons shot for shot because the shot doesn't exist.
I always see them as a way of just like as you said, an entry point for people to kind of be interested in a particular franchise. Yakuza Like a Dragon is on Amazon Prime at the minute, and whether you feel it's for you or not, it's a nice entry point to the type of characters that you might that will exist in this video game world. And if that's something you're into, there's a plethora of games there for you to choose from.
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to Dota 2 Dragon's Blood as well, which was the Netflix series that came out around the same time the first series as Arcane. And actually, I really enjoyed that. And it was also a treat for people who played Dota and were watching TI when the international big Dota tournament that happens every year, because Marcy, who's a mute character from the series, was introduced as the next hero in Dota. So that was a really fun
cool.
moment.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think teasing those characters, and I think they might be doing that with Arcane, with Mel's character in the most recent series. I think she's becoming a playable champion in League, maybe. I don't know if I've heard
So
that
if
right.
there's some clever crossover where you're using the TV stuff to add to the game world, maybe that's a thing.
Exactly.
I've just had a message in from Dave, who produces the show, to say, Shay, can't we have nice things?
No,
Because
can't.
Dave clearly enjoyed The Last of
In
Us.
my dictatorship, there will be no adaptations.
Well, look-
Everything will exist in its original format, and that's it.
Not even the Castlevania like animations.
The two new
That's
Tomb Raider
actually
one?
quite
The
good.
new-
It's so
We're
good.
getting another Tomb Raider though with Sophie.
Another one, like oh my
Yeah,
god,
there's so many
again,
Tomb
like
Raider
put
ones.
it
I'm just
down, let
watching it.
Lara Croft
What about
rest.
the Cyberpunk
Jeez.
2077 like animation as well? Edge
Yes.
Runners, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that was like you saw the spike of players like that purchased the game right after that came out.
Maybe I should have specified live action adaptation because I do feel like animation is a good medium to tell stories, but
Yeah.
live action not so much.
You didn't enjoy the Mario movies, did you?
God.
Yeah, it was-
I totally did.
I also think there's a distinction that we have established in this conversation, which is the animated adaptations tend to be set in the universe rather than telling a story that we've already played. Whereas Last of Us, for example, was playing a story
Yeah.
that we've already been implicit in, or watching a story we've already played. So, yeah, I think that's the key thing. If it's using the universe and some of those characters and giving a new depth to them, then it's potentially a thumbs up.
Well, look, let us know what you think of Shay's unpopular opinion. You know what to do. Find us on social media. So Press X Podcast. I've got to get this right because Owen Fairplay, who helps us with our socials, had a go at me because I kept saying the wrong... I kept not explaining it properly.
Hey,
so
listen, it's fine.
Press X Podcast on Instagram, Press X Pod on TikTok and Blue Sky.
There you
Right?
go.
That's it. And you can also find us on Discord. Get involved in the Discord.
the
It's lovely in there.
Discord
It's
is busy.
nice.
The Discord's busy. I love it.
What is the Discord? I've still not got my invite.
That's not on me. That's not
You've
on
got your
me.
own channel in the Discord, you know.
Yeah, people are
There's
talking a
Frankie
lot about
channel.
you on the
There's a Frankie
Discord.
channel.
actually. Yeah, there's-
There's a Frankie channel.
But well, look, Frankie's going to be in the Discord by the time this one goes out, and actually, it's quite pertinent because this episode is all about stuff that has been going on the Discord and on social media. And now, if you're listening on the day this episode first goes live, then what a wonderful way to spend your Christmas Eve. Hanging out with us. So thank you very much for being part of this lovely journey with us that we're all going on together. We're having a blast and I hope you are too listening along. Right, let's get into some unpopular opinions that we've had on our Discord, okay? This one is from Paul. And Paul, this went in this morning. So this is
Fresh.
as recording, this is fresh, right? And interesting to see what you think of this one. This is from Paul. People are dropping bombs, okay? And that's fine because it's a healthy discussion to have, okay? Web3/crypto integration is actually a great thing for gaming and will be massive in the near future,
No.
says
Flip
Paul.
this table. Get out, Paul. Sorry. Leave.
Paul knows what he's done.
Paul does
He
know what he's
knows
done,
what
and I
he's
know what I've
done.
done by putting it in.
He's managed to get your attention and he's got onto the show and I'm sure he'll be playing that new Cataly game that was announced at the Game Awards,
which-
because that's clearly some kind of blockchain
Yeah,
nonsense.
Web3.
And you know what, Paul, enjoy single-handedly keeping that game alive for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I'm a bully. I don't. No. People should feel bad about their opinions. Sorry. My thing with Web3 and like blockchain and NFT games is that they're not made with the express purpose of like having fun or, you know, increasing our cultural awareness. They are there to try and turn a profit. But the thing is, they're a grift. I'm so sorry. They are a grift. They're not going to last, just like they haven't. What's the biggest NFT game right now? Tell me, I know. Tell me.
Hey, listen, I'm on your side.
But
The eyes from Shay here.
I
The
don't-
eyes from Shay.
Oh my god, like this
Idol
genuinely.
didn't come to this gunfight.
No, I was
He's
like,
not in this gunfight.
Like, when during like the NFT craze during COVID, someone made an NFT of me.
ew.
Like they
that
made an
fucking NFT?
artwork of like
Do you own it?
inspiring
Yeah, who-
women. I'm
who
using
owns
inverted
it?
commas for
Yeah.
anyone who's curious now. I have no idea if anyone actually bought it. Probably not. But they sort of made like 9 kind of pictures of so-called inspiring women, including me and like Nefertiti. It was such a weird collection.
That is-
I
yeah,
mean, power to
that is strange.
Nefertiti. I'm not up there with her.
But look, if we're sort of taking on Paul's perspective, there are a lot of, I suppose, there's a lot of people in spaces making like making tech that are very clever and have decided to go down this route because, frankly, maybe there's more money in it for them. And those are clever people that might come up with some clever stuff that will be useful for gaming in future. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, right? And so there might be things to learn from this space instead of just being like, nah, I don't like it, don't engage with it.
I don't want to engage with this question anymore. I think we should have the next unpopular opinion.
Wow.
Well, hey, Paul, that's, they might not like it here, but it's your opinion and you stick with it. So thank you very much
Change that.
for bringing it to the pod.
I mean, I'm scared to say my opinion around here.
We've talked
sorry. I did stop.
I ain't saying nothing.
We've talked about it before. I mean, my thoughts on this, Paul, and I've talked about this before. And shout out to Luke Franks, who's sort of in this space. We've had on the podcast in our previous iteration and wants to come back on. We'll get him on in the new year to talk about this stuff because he's been banging this drum for a while as well. My thought is that it fundamentally changes the nature of a game. The reason I play, the reason I read books, the reason I watch movies isn't for financial gain, but is for escapism and to learn something about myself and the world or whatever through creativity. And that's, I think, that dynamic change here, which is can be problematic. However, that's just what I think. Paul, you're into it. I love the fact that you've kicked us off on a busy note here for this
Christmas
one.
Eve as well, you know.
Christmas Eve, Paul.
Shows violence.
Yeah, come on, Paul.
This is how my Christmas Eves go. So I'm like, perfect. I'm sharing that with you guys. It's my present to you all.
Actually, to be fair, should we have done an episode where we kicked back and had a brandy or something and just had a nice time together instead of getting into unpopular opinions?
We can do that in January when there's nothing else to do.
Yes, that's what we do.
Good thinking.
So this one is from Nators B, who says that my unpopular opinion is that I am tired of JRPGs with mainly young characters, right? Where anyone in their 30s plus is a grizzled old guy. I want more RPGs with main characters in their 30s, 40s, please.
I agree with it, but yeah, absolutely fantastic opinion on that one because, as you said, like there's so many, especially when you look at games like the Persona series and things like that, like set in high schools and whatnot, and it's like it would be nice. It would be nice to play a JRPG. It would be nice to just play an RPG in general, where you're playing someone in their 40s, trying to pay their taxes, looking after their kids, going to work. That kind of dynamic would be quite nice. In the same vein as you would play like a Persona game where you're going through a school day, you're going to classes, making friends and sort of thing. It would be nice to kind of play that.
Persona 40.
Yeah.
Persona 40, yeah.
Will that change though? Because the demographics of gamers, people who play, I don't like the term gamer, stop saying game. The demographic of people who play is changing. And so therefore we might see characters in games change.
I hope so. I think Yakuza Like a Dragon, that specific those specific games are a perfect example of that. Like the characters are in their 40s and it's very much kind of set in this time. So it's like a lot of things that people can relate to, people who are getting on in age, you know. They can see themselves in that.
Play Mahjong.
A little bit of Conquest, you know.
Darts in the pub.
Because we're on like 51% of people who play games are aged 31 to 50. So get them in games, but get old characters in games. I suppose there are older characters. Anyway, but yeah, it's a good point. And then this last one before we crack on with the rest of our episode today is from the last DJ. And Frankie, I've been sort of doing this type of thing for 15 years now, right? I have never resonated with a thought, a comment more than this message that we've had on our Discord. Okay.
Pick up the last DJ.
Right.
Yeah.
He says this: there is nothing wrong with playing a story-based game on easy mode.
Oh yeah, hard agree.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Play it on easy. Just get the experience. Sit there, enjoy your game. I had a conversation with somebody once who said, "Oh, I didn't like The Last of Us Part 2. Oh, why is that? It was too easy for me. I even I turned all the difficulty settings up because there were loads of different difficulty settings. Turned it right the way up, and it wasn't challenging enough."
That's the gamer equivalent of pick me.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Like, oh my god, okay, you're so tough and strong. Like, you played everything on the hardest. Yeah, okay, sure.
Like, there are games that are really super
Nightmare
challenging.
mode. What, like my dreams.
I was like, look, and that is cool. If that's what you play games for, that's amazing. But like, I want to play on the easiest mode. I just want to soak in the story.
Yeah. As much as I can. Yeah, none of this. If I die too many times in a row, I'm like, yep, right back down to easy. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Do you guys get frustrated when you play games and they're a bit too hard?
All the time.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
There are clips of me on the internet going back a few years of me like screaming. Like, and actually, when I streamed Last of Us, and I was doing a stealth section before you're in the house with a sniper. That section. So before you get to that bit during the day, and you're just trying to stealth around, and there was one bit and I kept getting caught out and my leg was bruised. I hate it so much. I was just so angry.
Frankie, are you one of those people that throw their controllers?
I don't throw the controller. I throw myself. Like I do get really frustrated. And people would just be like in my chat, and this is the worst thing you can ever say to me, which is like chill out or calm down. I hate that so much. You do not say that, particularly
Frankie,
to a woman. You do not say that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is my Twitch channel. I show my emotions. Don't police me.
As you should, queen.
As I hit my legs. Don't police me.
Bruises all over.
If they were like, are you okay? I'd be like, no, I'm not. Thank you for asking.
That's a perfectly legit and popular opinion to have. Play it on easy if you want to, if that suits you.
I'm a hard mode guy.
No.
Love hard mode.
I thought
Are
you were a bit
you,
quiet
are
in
you
that,
the DJ
But
guy?
you wouldn't look down
What's he
on someone
called?
for playing on
I
easy.
wasn't look down.
Who's
Listen,
DJ?
I'm
Sorry,
always-
he's Dark Angel. Sorry.
play the game how you want to play the game in it. Like if easier difficulties for you, that's for you. But like anytime I play a game and they give me the opportunity to play on hard, play on hard.
Yeah.
My thing is like I'm not a trophy hunter or anything like that, and so like my thing is I'll always play on the hardest difficulty because I'm only going to play the game once, and I'm like right, and I like a challenge with my games because I've been playing games for 40 years. So like let me just like grind on it. I don't get frustrated. I'm one of those people that don't really get frustrated with games when I get stuck on things. I'm like, oh, okay, almost got it. Next one. And so like it doesn't really get to me. So if you get frustrated, that's fine. Totally take the difficulty down. But me, hard mode all the way.
Like I've recently, I mean, as we discussed, I've completed a game, everybody. Hey.
Well done.
Yeah.
So thank you. So when I finished Space Marine 2, there's, you know, the mission where the Khan effects turns up out of nowhere.
Yep.
I wanted to go to bed by 10, you know, midnight. I'm still there because that is a game, because I knew I'd love that. I did choose to play that on a increased difficulty. Last of Us 2 though, I finished on easy and I'm happy about that. That Khan effects boss.
Yeah.
I'm 2 hours in and I'm like, I can't, I've come this far now. I've got to finish the flipping thing. Do you know what I mean?
You got to play it in co-op, man.
Yeah,
You
well,
gotta play it in co-op.
yeah, yes. Once our diaries align, and we will do that. Anyway, great one, great point, last DJ. And look, keep those coming. There is a place in our Discord for you to put your unpopular gaming opinions. We'll be coming back to them throughout the year. We love seeing them.
Yeah,
we
keep
love
them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming on in. And so look, that is this for today on unpopular opinions. Get in the Discord server and come and join the XC Beasts in there.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's not going down as well today.
That's the way
It's
you
not going
say it.
down
I
as
like
well.
the way Frankie says it.
Yeah.
What about the Continue Club?
Oh, she's cute. She's cute.
Yeah.
I like that CC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
This is what I'm saying.
we're a democracy, so let's
like
put it
that.
out there.
And you can say it out loud in public.
You can say it out loud in
Yeah.
public. You can say it out loud.
Say XE Beasts.
Are you going to tell people you're an XE Beast? You're part of the XE Beast cult.
Hell yeah.
Clan. I call them a clan. I call them a clan.
I'm not going to use that word.
Oh,
There are other words to use.
Beast clan. Would you wear a t-shirt saying XE Beast clan? There you go. But you would continue club.
I would,
Okay,
but without
club.
hesitation.
The
like
Guild
it.
of the
I
XE
like
Beast.
it, yeah.
We'll have to talk percentages later, Frankie, if this gets picked up, okay? Because Glenn wanted 15% for the XC Beast, so maybe if you come down on that, maybe we will go with.
I don't
Continue
need
Club.
any money. I just want a satisfaction of beating Glenmore.
There we are. Well, that could work. That
You've
could work.
already
For the
won.
love of the
Well,
game.
look,
You've
you
already
know what
won.
to do. Press X Pod on TikTok and Blue Sky, and Press X Podcast on Instagram. Yes, nailed it. Find us on social media and let us know if you like Continue Club as opposed to XC Beasts.
Let us know in the Discord also.
Yeah, get involved in the conversation. Right, so we had this one. So today, our episode, I mean, we've rambled on a bit already, but today we're talking about stuff that has been brought up by you guys in the Discord. That's the whole point of today's episode, if that wasn't clear by what we've been talking about already. And so we wanted to sort of shine some of the stuff that has been happening there that we really like, and we'll come on to some questions shortly. But this one from Marg, not Marge, like I incorrectly said before, but Marg.
Marg like Margarita.
Yeah, Marg like Margarita was the way they explained it in the Discord, which is great. So Marg came in a few episodes ago and said that they did their work on a dissertation about why zombies aren't called zombies. And we're like, well, we need more on this explainer. And of course, Marg's gone and given us that, right? So the reason the zombies aren't called zombies in games and TV are this. So because the unknown is scarier than the known. So an unnamed monster is scarier than something you can attribute a title to.
Makes sense.
Right, interesting. So prior to Night of the Living Dead, Marg says, zombies were relatively harmless, and then George Romero's films kept bringing up the theme of us versus them. Then in the Night of the Living Dead, zombies looked like normal people. There was supposed to be no explanation as to why the dead were returning to life, but the distributors wouldn't release the film until there was an explanation. And so the zombies are the us as well as the them, which also makes it scary, and you can be turned into a mindless monster too. So this was part of Marg's dissertation, right? And so zombies are so versatile because they can be caused by voodoo or viruses or space radiation or funguses or whatever, all cause zombification. And so all of that goes to this idea that the unknown monster is scarier than the known monster, which I thought was really interesting. And so we're going to talk about zombie games and what are our favourites. So Mark, thank you very much for sharing that with us, because it was really interesting. You've obviously done a lot of work on that. Because
good dissertation.
Dissertation. Well, imagine that, writing about zombies for your dissertation. Oh no, not zombies. Writing about things that can sometimes be described as zombies for your dissertation. Very good. So what are the best zombie games out there then? That's sort of the catalyst for this conversation. We've talked about The Last of Us already. Any other ones?
Oh yeah, Walking Dead Telltale.
Yes, absolutely. Come on.
I think
Brilliant.
that's probably one of my favourites, mainly because of the trying to look after Clementine in the initial series with being Lee and
Clementine will remember that.
Yeah. Oh, so she did.
Well,
for many seasons.
Yeah.
And I think it was a case of like, for me, it's the best video game version of playing a father. I think. I can't figure, like,
God of War?
He wasn't a good dad.
I'm not saying he was a good dad, but I'm saying it's the experience of being a dad.
I didn't feel I felt Kratos' relationship with Atreus, and like it was a good relationship, but I didn't feel like I was the dad. I just felt like Kratos was going through it and I'm helping him out.
Right.
But whereas I felt like Lee when I was playing The Walking Dead. Amazing title. If you haven't played it, check it out. I think it's on everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interactive novel essentially in gaming form. Why don't they do more of those games, Frankie? I love those types of games.
I think, well, because probably of what happened to Telltale, because they aren't around anymore.
Yeah, but they were the best
They were
at it, I suppose. They made a couple of Batman ones, didn't they? They made a Game of Thrones one.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised no one else is like sort of trying to do more of that sort of stuff, because I just thought they were so good.
I mean, I played As Dusk Falls, was it last year, the year before?
Yeah.
They just didn't find an audience. So I think, unfortunately, there's just not as mainstream an audience. So I think if it's a single developer or a small development team, then I think that they can potentially do well and really thrive. But they just don't seem to have the same market for them right now.
So such a great way of playing it as well. You could play it on your phone, you could play it on a controller. Like anyone could get involved. I love that. But like, I want to see more games like that, but it's just that people just aren't buying them.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the whole Walking Dead Telltale series because, like I know, saying they're cracking. We can get it for £11 on Steam now, so that's pretty good going.
Mobile as well.
Any other? Shay, what are you saying?
Can I be honest? I don't actually play a lot of zombie games, and I was trying to when I saw this in the running order, I was like, what is it about zombies? Why do you never play games apart from The Last of Us, like 1 and 2, that I think are masterpieces? I think it's because I think zombies are really unchic. Like there's something about just like the shambling runs, like the spit like dragging from the mouth. I just think it's so uncouth and crass. And I'm like, I get those zombies away from me. I wouldn't do well, or maybe I would do well in the zombie apocalypse because I'd just be like, get away.
Shay's like, have yourself a shower. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, like come on, act like you've been here before, you know? I'm really sorry.
I wasn't expecting.
I want to see Shay play Resident Evil.
Yeah. Hygiene wasn't necessarily the reason why I didn't think you'd enjoy zombie games, but why not? Cool.
Sorry.
I was playing online with my nephew who, when he was like 8 or 9, Plants vs Zombies, and that's a really fun game to play if you've got like younger family members, especially Christmas time. And if you're playing, we talked about this last week, but like if you're looking at games to play together over Christmas, Plants vs Zombies is kind of fun, and that counts as a zombie game.
It does.
Did you like Resident Evil, Frankie?
So Resident Evil, I first owned when I was probably about 11. I remember the werewolf jumping through the window and it was terrifying. But I actually tried to use Resident Evil as a seduction technique when I was 12.
Ooh.
I lent it to this boy on the bus.
Every episode. She's here. This happens.
It didn't work. Didn't work, you guys.
Oh no!
I basically forced the game on him. But I did play it a few years later with my now husband.
So it did work.
Yeah, we got to the
circle.
basement, but we never actually finished the game.
Okay.
I find the problem is with Resident Evil is the lack of being able to save frequently for me, and the zombies themselves aren't scary. It's the lack of bullets you have. I think that's the scariest thing about Resident Evil.
Yeah. Item management means
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I do have some great zombie memories, particularly PUBG had a zombie mode when you could not really mod the game, you just change the settings.
Yeah.
And when I used to produce at Twitch, we did almost like an early asymmetric horror style game where most of the people on stage were playing zombies, and then we had like our survivor players as well.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
in fact, no, sorry, I'm getting this wrong. Let me start again. Everyone on stage, bar one person, was a survivor because that was how many slots we had. So my friend Tommy from 200 Gamers had to be a zombie with the rest of the lobby. So we got the audience to load in and be zombies. And Tommy sat on stage with this headset, kept like whenever he went up to one of the other streamers playing a survivor in game, would go, and so you just had people playing PUBG like screaming, like trying to hit Tommy with a pan in game, and it was just like one of my favorite memories of producing for Twitch was just that moment on stage. So actually, I think zombies can be like really, really fun.
Yeah, I think when they're used for a reason other than you can see the development. Like, we need loads of enemies here, and we need to create them quickly and
It's a
easily.
fun enemy to kill.
Yeah, without having to think too deeply.
Also, obviously, Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's really easy to forget about Left 4 Dead. I forgot about Left 4 Dead when I was thinking about this question on the bus here. And now as we're talking about it, I remember how impactful Left 4 Dead was and Left 4 Dead 2. And Back 4 Blood was great, but it didn't have the same original feeling of playing Left 4 Dead with your mates at home.
Yeah.
That game meant so much to me.
Back 4 Blood didn't quite land
Didn't
it
hit.
in that sense. Neither
It was
did.
fun.
It was fun.
I don't think it had the same impact. I think since Left 4 Dead, I think Call of Duty's probably had the best kind of cooperative zombie experience. I think.
Yeah, and it's always odd when because sometimes it's off and on, isn't it? The zombie mode in Call of Duty. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It comes and goes. But look, let us know what you think about zombie games. What haven't we mentioned? We didn't talk about Dead by Daylight. We didn't talk about Dead Rising, The Evil Within, Days Gone. Was
Why would we talk about Days Gone?
Well, I suppose that was interesting about Days Gone was, good point.
developer.
Why would you talk about it? Well, it was more about the way they moved as a herd was different, I suppose, to the more shambling one-on-one zombie experience that Shay
Shay
didn't
don't
like.
like those.
But yeah, Days. Anyway, Days Gone. We don't need to dwell too long on
Dead
on
Island
Days
as
Gone.
well, there was.
Dead Island. Yeah, we loads. So let us
Dead
know.
Island 2's just come out.
What should we have talked about? Then let us know. This question then come in from Demi. If you could live inside the world of any video game, which one would you pick? What are you saying?
Do you know what? I'm saying Cyberpunk. You know.
Would
Yeah.
you? Oh, you love
Night
tech.
City.
You're a techie guy.
Yeah, love Night City, man. Just walking around, like I went to Tokyo this year, and it just gave me those vibes, and I was like, oh yeah, I would love to walk around Night City. I'd be the first one to get augmented. Listen, get my eyes done.
me up.
Listen, I get my eyes done. I want to get my teeth done anyways. I'll get that done too. I'll get fully augmented.
You can just go to Turkey if you don't
I was
need to.
gonna
If you
say,
don't want to go to.
I know
Night
the
City.
turkey
Is it
teeth.
cheaper?
Oh, the turkey cheese.
Turkey teeth or Night City, one of the two.
Okay, so Einel's up in Night City. What are you saying, Shay?
I'd live on the streets of Rage. I think that's where I'd reside.
Just for the
Yeah.
tunes?
Yeah, just for the tunes, but also like
I don't
as
think
a
the tunes play in real life.
well, you don't know that. You know,
Well,
That's very well
All I
good.
know is the streets are full of crackheads. That's
Well,
all I know.
Well, they're also like
Cyberpunk, they are too.
yeah.
Good point, Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play.
Because, also as like someone that goes to the gym is always thinking about protein, there are just like turkeys on the street. I'm
This
like,
is
this is
it.
In
perfect.
bins.
I'm like, I'd go to those lengths to get protein.
Shay wants the
Anyway.
hashtag gains, you know?
Yeah.
That's what she wants. And shout out to our Spotify playlist, by the way, which we are slowly adding to some of our favourite tracks from gaming history. The theme from Streets of Rage
It's
was one of the first ones in there.
I wonder who put it in there.
I mean, it's such a tune. We
Someone
play it
great
now
taste.
just
Yeah.
because. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so Shay's in the streets of Rage. Streets of Rage. Two places I don't want to be, really. Night City and the streets of Rage. Frankie, where are you living?
I feel like I didn't get the assignment. I would say somewhere like Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Really
Lovely.
fun
Yeah.
environment to
Yeah.
bounce around, some swimming, slight hazards in the water, but it's okay. We'll chuck a hat at them.
Yeah.
As long as I've got a cappy by my
The
side,
game,
I'm happy.
That's a good, I mean, Frankie, are on the same page. My choice is I'd love to live in the world of a game called The Golf Story on the
Oh,
Nintendo
yeah,
Switch. Was
that's
it
nice,
like a
yeah.
Stardew Valley game, basically, but
Yeah, yeah.
golf?
Golf, yeah. Yeah.
Come on, like lovely.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
didn't
chill.
have Frankie as a hat person. I didn't know.
No,
Flat
I
caps
mean,
are
yeah, Le Chapeau is not good for the hair, but sometimes Le Chapeau is necessary. Why am I saying chapeau?
Producer Dave says he wants to live in Astro's Playroom.
Oh, makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah.
It's quite nice,
That's
but I
cute,
think
yeah.
someone
I
like,
actually think there's something sinister about that, because if you imagine as a human being trapped in Astro's Playroom, surely you're just trying to get out and you're a scientific experiment, like on those sterile walls, just like hitting them, going,
yeah, maybe it's not as good as you
that,
think.
that
Actually,
went
did.
dark.
Yeah, that did go dark.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
it.
nobody said an Animal Crossing island or Stardew Valley. That'd be nice. Living on a farm, that'd be lovely.
I
The
love
thing,
chill.
the
Yes, I
thing
do.
with the Animal Crossing is you're stuck on an island with
Oh,
some
yeah.
animals that you might not like.
and you're in
That's
debt.
true.
You're in debt to Tom Nook.
Yeah,
and
Tom
Tom
Nook.
Nook, he don't
He-
forget.
he's
the
not a
debts.
nice man, is
he?
he?
Don't forget debts.
Greg on our Discords, Greg1756 says the World of Warcraft and Star Trek Online are my two most hours / longest played games. He's also got Destiny and Destiny 2 up there. What games have you put most hours into? Asks Greg.
Oh, I do know what it is this year because I've got like my PlayStation like wrap.
Oh, yeah, your Spotify wrapped, but
the PlayStation
Yeah.
one. Turns out it's the finals. Apparently, that's the game I played the most this year. Like it's like a fun like multiplayer kind of shooter where all the environment is completely like destructible.
Yeah.
And you can just like for example, if you just want to go for a wall, you can go for a wall. If there's like a cache point up above you, you can just like destroy the ceiling and it falls down, and you can capture it and stuff. And I play it with like my partner, my friends, and
Yeah.
like it's just a game.
You talk
that
about it.
we've
You've talked about it a lot. You really
we just
love it.
keep going back to it because it's free to play and it's just really really cool mechanics that it's like we could never have got a game like this 10 years ago, and it's because of the technology that we have now we can play a game that's like this,
Yeah.
where you can just destroy everything and it still works and it's not laggy. You don't see like one person seeing a building over there but then another person isn't. Everyone's seen all the destruction. Do you remember when Crackdown 3 was
Yeah.
announced and they were talking about all this destruction that you could have in a game? This is what this is.
This is what Crackdown really should have
This
been.
is what
That's cool.
Frankie just flashed a phone at me, but we're going to see what it was.
I realize in Steam, like on the Steam app, you can see your most playtime.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's quite obvious what my most playtime would be if you know that I work in esports.
Yeah. Counter-Strike.
Yeah, like Counter-Strike's my most played.
what's the one outside of esports?
So outside of esports, because I spent some time this year in hospital bleeding. And when you have a baby, that's not a good thing. Turns out absolutely fine. So I got loads of playtime in on what game do you think?
Balatro?
Baldur's Gate 3. I was playing Balatro in my labour. My labour was actually quite fast, so didn't even get to 24. And then at least on Steam anyway, it's Dota 2, PUBG, and then Disco Elysium. I've got more hours in Disco Elysium than Elden Ring.
Oh wow!
But then again, I never finished Elden Ring, but I did finish Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
I loved that game so much.
It's so good.
And also Tunic. I spent a lot of time.
Oh, Tunic.
Tunic is
That's
great.
hard.
That's
Tunic's
great.
hard.
You know what I would love, like for like a really cool Christmas present, is the Tunic instruction book.
Oh,
in
yeah.
real life.
Are you just? I mean, it's a bit
complete
late.
the
now.
Tunic
This is-
instruction book. Sorry.
No, it's a bit late for you to put it on your Christmas wish list now, I know, because this is going out on Christmas Eve.
Oh well, I'm going to be
so-
disappointed tomorrow.
Shay, what are you saying?
I think this year it's Yakuza Infinite Wealth.
Yeah.
That's, I think, all in.
Which, spoiler alert, to throw ahead to an episode that might be coming soon
yes.
that you might be talking a bit more about that. So feel free to not dwell on it now.
I will not. Just the hours spent, I think all in was about 115 hours.
Sounds about right for that
Which,
game.
yeah, because I think I finished the story at like 70 hours in and then just kept going back because I liked hanging out there.
Nice.
But I think all time, I think when I was streaming for Xbox, I put in an ungodly amount of hours into Forza Horizon 4 just because we had to play it so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
So,
It's a good
Yeah.
one. Set in the UK as well.
yeah.
Yeah, in the lovely Cotswolds. Although Wales isn't in the game, which is a big issue.
a shame.
And me and the guy, one of the bosses there, Ralph Fulton, have had big arguments about that in the past, and I'm still bitter about it. Anyway, for me, all time will be The Witcher 3. And the annoying thing about that is I put about close to 100 hours into The Witcher 3 and I still got the bad ending,
Oh.
which was devastating. That was devastating.
Is the bad ending the one that will make people on the internet right now really happy because it means that Witcher 4 couldn't happen with series main protagonist?
yeah, good point. Yeah, actually, I hadn't thought about that.
It was you.
It was me. It was all my fault. Sorry.
You made it canon.
Yeah. Right. No Flow says the only game I've got on my phone is the Pokemon Pocket game after succumbing to peer pressure for some friends. I've been playing the Pokemon card game as well on my phone, just trying to collect the cards.
I didn't have you down as a Pokemon fan.
I want a Pokemon game in my life because I want a collectible thing in my life, but it hasn't quite landed for me. I don't know how you found it, No Flow. Let us know. We've also had this in from Castlevania saying, I played Pokemon Go for years on my phone. I'm not a massive fan of mobile gaming, but that was one of the games that the Castlevania has played on their phone. J Doobs says that they've got Pokemon Go and Pokemon TCG, isn't it? TCG, the card game, and his phone. Mezzo the same. So a lot of sort of Pokemon themes when it comes to mobile games.
I will say I do like the community side of the Pokemon Go stuff because they do regular community meetups and in parks and things, and Niantic, the developers, are pretty good at like having like special things for community days. So like if people are walking around specific parks on specific days during those times, they have like special rewards for people. So like I do like the community side of Pokemon Go.
Can I shout out the community side of Pokemon Go? Because they did a big Pokemon Go Fest in my local park in South London. And because it's sort of a villagey area, people on the local forums just being like, oh my goodness, these people coming here, destroying our park. And then other people were posting photos of all these Pokemon fans, like families dressed up. It was so cute, all sticking to the paths, using the bins, being so polite that even Dina the dog, who, let's be very blunt, is usually a snobby bitch. She is a very little dog. She was absolutely fine with all the Pokemon Go fans. She wasn't scared of them at all. And normally she's like walking off in a different direction, but she gave a paw up to the fans of Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon definitely has got a good I think has found its place, in my opinion, more in mobile titles at the moment than the stuff they're doing on the main console releases. I know we've got a Pokemon game coming next year.
I think particularly for adults.
Yeah, especially because we grew up with it. I actually found myself buying I was at a shop.
You were at a shop?
I was in a shop the other day, right? And I was buying, and one of those shops that at the front where the tills are, they put loads of like books out. They try and get you to grab like last minute things. I ended up buying a Pokemon encyclopedia for no apparent reason other than the fact that it was there at the front.
Wow.
Because it's nostalgic, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like I remember it from I remember the watching Ash and the Brock and all those and the cartoon back in the day. I found myself buying a Pokemon encyclopedia.
I'm just thinking how easy it is to upsell you, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Keep Stefan away from HMVs
I was
and
gonna
super
say,
dogs.
I used to work at HMV and so I'd be like, oh, is there anything else you want? And you'd be like, yes, give me all of it.
Yeah, give me.
Do you know the words to the song off by heart?
I'll tell you what, I've been trying to get my.
Do you want to be the very best?
Yes, I know. Don't get me start singing it.
But no one ever was.
I'm going to start singing it. I'm not going to start singing it.
It's Christmas Eve, babe.
Yeah.
Come on.
So Pokemon definitely working, Shay, isn't it? In mobile places more so than on main consoles.
I would agree. Not on me though, because I'm not a schmuck. No, I'm kidding. No,
I've got an encyclopedia you can have if you want. I bought it the other day for $5. It's good though because it tells you like all the original 151 and then all the other ones says because I don't really know.
I don't know. I
Isn't
really
there like another 800?
There's
Yeah,
so
there's
many new
so
ones now.
many. And some of them look so they look like my sleep paralysis demons. I'm just like, this is not of God. Like, put that away.
My daughter has 3 Pokemon books because my friend works at the Pokemon company, so sometimes gets her merch. And some of these Pokemon I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah, it's tricky. But I think it is interesting that it's definitely finding a home there in mobile games, which is nice. Quick shout out on mobile games. The Monument Valley 3 has come out.
Just came out
on Netflix.
Yep.
Do it. Play it with the sound on. It's
magical.
So magical. So magical. That's my tube game at the moment. I'm really enjoying it.
And it's got a nice little animation as well that they did to go along with it. An animated short.
Yeah.
Shout out to us too.
So look, let us know what you think about the Pokemon mobile games. Thanks to everybody who has been chewing their stuff into the Discord. We haven't got through all of them, but look, we've got plenty more time to be getting into your comments over the next couple of weeks and months and stuff. So keep them coming in. I know lots of people will be wondering what the latest with Grand Theft Auto 6 is. Well, fear not. Have a listen to this and we'll find out.
The Press X to Continue GTA 6 update.
Look, you could play GTA Vice City right now if you wanted. You could play GTA 4. Nico, my cousin! You know.
That was the Press X to Continue GTA 6 update.
There's the latest from Grand Theft Auto 6. And then very quickly, if you don't mind, Frankie, to finish off, we are going to finish off with a review. So, Frankie, it's not too late if people want to get a game on their Christmas lists. You know, I mean, it's pretty late. You're pushing it pretty close now.
You could do some digital gifts. It's all good.
Digital gifting, or maybe, you got some cash over the period and you want to invest it in a game. Frankie, what have you been playing that people might want to consider?
So I have been playing Locomotive.
Hey!
I've been looking for Inel. Who did you play in Locomotive?
Please, if you finish the game, you know who I am.
I haven't finished the game.
Well, then there you go.
But I feel like I have played enough of it, producer David, to have some kind of verdict on the game.
What is it before we get into if it's worth your time and cash, etc.?
So, Locomotive is like this strangers on a train murder mystery. A lady has been murdered and there could be a financial reason why. So you're essentially doing the traditional point and click, going through the train, trying to find solutions to problems for other passengers or to obviously eventually solve this murder. And it's pretty much a traditional point and click in the sense that you are combining items, finding novel solutions, and there's a fun voice cast and there's a really fun, witty script as well.
Yeah, Metacritic score of 77. You can get it for 15 quid on Steam. Would you recommend people to buy it, wait till it's on sale, or not bother?
So I would say if you are looking for a point and click game to play and you are a fan of the genre, then I think this is a really great game for you. And I think it is something you should definitely consider playing. If you are new to point and click games, I don't think this is going to be the game that sells you on the genre. I don't think it's a classic of the oeuvre, but I do think it's a really fun game to play. And I think the performances, not that I've heard Inel yet, but I know he'll be magnificent. I think the voice performances are really fun. I think that it could go further with its eccentricities and idiosyncrasies and things like that. I think there are humorous moments, but it's not laugh out loud funny. And for me, with a point and click adventure, I do really want to be thoroughly entertained. And so it did take me an hour or so to get into it. Now I'm into it. I am enjoying it. But it's funny how at first it feels like the point and click kind of activities, the things that the problems you're trying to solve, should we say, they kind of feel like they're on rails. You know, you're doing one thing at a time. It's starting to open up for me a bit now that I'm several hours in, but I do prefer to have several tasks at once as opposed to just one thing.
Do you like point and click games, Shay?
I can't say that I do.
Okay.
But maybe Locomotive might be the one.
Could be the one. Play over Christmas, get a bit of Inel time at Christmas. This is it.
I play the in-game help system. So like,
I need to get on the phone to you.
If you get stuck, you can call me up. I can help you out.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm quite stuck on something right now, so I'm going to call you. Now I've got an excuse.
Call me up. You got my number
on
So
Steam.
look, well, there we are. So Shay's looking it up on Steam. Frankie's about to call Inel. We're having a call time on this episode. Remember, keep your suggestions coming in because we are building this Spotify playlist up, and it's going to be available for you to go and listen to all the tracks we're going to put on that very soon. So keep your suggestions coming in. But that is it for this episode of Press X to Continue. So don't forget to get involved by messaging us on Press X Pod or on TikTok and Blue Sky, and Press X Podcast on Instagram. And then, of course, if you comment on a post, we're going to be sending you links out to the Press X Discord as well. We promise Frankie will be in there soon. We should have done that already. That's going to be soon.
And you're forgetting something very huge as well.
What's that?
Merry Christmas, man.
Oh, I was getting on. I was getting
Okay, right. No, yeah, carry on then.
That.
Cut that out.
Yeah, okay. That didn't happen. We'll have another retro episode of Press X coming up on Thursday as well. That is Boxing Day for people. Now, where we put all our back catalogue on there. And now, also, Inel, what else would we like to say?
I ain't got a clue. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, look, have a restful Christmas, whatever that looks like to you. From all of us here on Press X to Continue, a big Nadole Claw and a Merry Christmas, and we will see you all very soon.
Big up the Continue Club.
Or the Exy Beasts.
Feliz Navidad.